I'll change your life in few minutes, or better still, make an impact today in your life, as this information took me decades of grasping. Research conducted by Pierre Steele, a renowned procrastinator researcher, suggests that around 20% of the people identify themselves as chronic procrastinator. If you're really stuck in life and you really want to make a change in your life, this particular video is for you. The good news is that you're not alone. I perfectly understand what is currently happening to you. To fully unleash the best version of yourself, you must overcome the silent dream killer. You must learn how to slay this productive dragon and unlock the life you deserve. Studies found that procrastination is associated with negative outcomes such as increased stress, low academic performance, and decrease in well-being. These findings are often consistent across various cultures and countries, highlighting procrastination as a widespread phenomenon with a significant implication for both individuals and societies. By the end of this video, you will learn what truly matters, especially on self-improvement and self-development. I dare you to give it a shot. Believe you can, and you are halfway there. Meanwhile, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell. Of course, you know it's free, because this channel is for you and all about your improvements. So journey with me. When I was 5, I had a life-changing experience. I didn't know what that was all about till I was 15 years. Back then in school, there was this particular norm instituting a traditional setting where the senior students exert control over we the junior students, mandating a compulsory rest during the siesta time, which fosters an environment conducive for incessant bullying, caricature, and unspeakable violence. Of course, no one is aware, and you're mandated not to tell anyone. Those times, I just want to grow up so bad. All I want and ever wanted then as a child is to be an adult. I want to be an adult so bad. However, not to be like them, but to greatly improve myself and inspire. Honestly speaking, from then till now, I have been so heavy on self-improvement and self-development. Anyways, welcome to adulthood. I wish they can take me back when I have no worries as a child. I wish I can go back to being a child when there is nothing to worry about other than irrelevant things. But here in adulthood, it challenges us to become the best version of ourselves. And welcome. As we journey through the process of our lifetime, we get to understand that the only limit of our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin Roosevelt will say, "It's obvious that the only person you are destined to become is the person that you decided to be." Sometimes we wonder why nothing is going through. This is a year, this is 2 years, this is 3 years, this is 5 years, this is even approaching a decade. All my friends, my colleagues, there are times in life, especially when it comes to question of self-improvement, you don't have to worry about others. You focus on you, because it's always you versus you. And just take a symbolic analysis of this very particular case study. For instance, if you are aiming and if you're targeting with an arrow, right, you are set to achieve very big aim, broad dreams. Once you get the arrow, you have to stretch it all the way back. So in the journey of self-improvement, in the question of development, your arrow have to pull back. You see, those pullbacks are your tribulations, your examinations, your trials. This you have to go through first before it stretch forward to go hit a target. So to take fully charge and enhance your self-improvement journey, you must, number 1, set a clear goal. Define specific achievable goals for yourself. This provides directions and motivation for self-improvement efforts. You can't hit a target you can't see. There's no way you can hit a target you don't see. For instance, in setting these goals, what do you use? You can tell me in the comment section. But I highly recommend that you have a kind of a task sheet. You can do it digitally or physically. In this very particular course, do me a favor to take a pause. I want to know under the comment section, so feel free. Tell me which is a kind of a second assignment right now. Tell me, how do you set clear goals? Because I'm going to tell you how I set my own clarity when it comes to specific clear goals. For myself, I use a task sheet, and I don't do it digitally because I don't want something to disrupt me or interrupt me or distract my focus. I have to physically, with a pen and paper, write out my own tasks. So it can be a year tasks or resolutions or a monthly resolutions. Or for me to achieve a more clearer deals, I have my tasks daily. It can be 1, it can be 20, it can be 10. Depends on how voluminous or how hectic your task is going to be. Do you know why? Because setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible course into a visible course. The second thing you must compulsorily consider is continuous learning. Show me the man who stopped learning, and I will show you the man whose wisdom is disrupted. Learning never stops. Embrace lifelong learning and seek to enhance your opportunities. This will help you expand your knowledge and expand your skills. This could be through seeking mentorship, doing workshops or courses or seminars, conferences, even books. These are gone when they do see that experience is the best teacher. For me personally and subjectively, what I believe, experience can never be the best teacher, because you don't have to wait for something painful to happen to you before you learn from it. I rather prefer to say lessons are the best teacher, because you can learn from me, you can learn from my mistakes. You don't have to go through my mistakes to experience it for you to learn. Me, I prefer to learn from lessons, not always be a failure or have to make mistakes for you to have upliftment in your life. Third thing you have to consider when it comes to self-improvement is constant self-reflection. The unexamined life is not worth living. Take time to regularly reflect on your thoughts, your emotions, your inactions. These help in identifying areas that you need to work on, trying to give you your SWOT analysis, your strengths in particular, and your weaknesses. Know that self-reflection is the school of wisdom. Fourth thing you have to consider is healthy habits. Cultivate healthy habits that support well-being, such as exercise, proper nutrition, adequate sleeping, eating healthy, balanced diet foods, mindful practices. The underlying factor is in action. Physical and mental health are fundamental when it comes to the question of self-improvement. It's a question for determination, no doubt. Health and wellness is the greatest form of all wealth. The fifth key indicators to measure self-development and self-improvement is how well you step out of your comfort zone. It's going to be a personal challenge, both for you and for me, to constantly challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone regularly. You can try, feel free to fail, and get up again, start at it again. Do it constantly and regularly and consistently. Growth occurs when you push yourself beyond familiar boundaries and experience new challenges. Embracing new experience, and life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Great things never come from comfort zones. Here comes the slayer of all destinies and everything that is great: procrastination. Young and old battle this. This is the slayer of all dreams, the darkton of every opportunity, the killer of every greatness, the extinguisher of every hope. Is the almighty procrastination, no doubt. To overcome procrastination, it's really a lifetime thing. You have to be stronger than your weaknesses. It's a lifetime commitment. You need clear, specific ways in order to overcome procrastination, which can lead to overwhelmness, depression, sadness, anxiety, and all form of darkness. You see, once you start procrastinating, everything negative, you're welcoming everything negative in your life. Yes, procrastination is powerful, very powerful as that. What's the first step? The first step is you have to break your task into smaller patches or into smaller steps. You have to divide your task manageable parts. This way you make it easier and less daunting and less difficult to start. The most important thing that you are every day one step closer. No matter how small you achieve in a very particular day, no matter how tiny you achieve in a particular day, the essence is that you are one step closer. It's all about one step at a time. just like the journey of 1,000 miles. Secondly, your specific goals have to come with deadlines. Clearly define what needs to be done and when. Setting a deadline creates this form of urgency. Help prioritize tasks. Frankly speaking, you need to be very conscious about this setting of a deadline, else you battle overwhelmness and overwhelming emotions and situations. You have to set realistic goals, else you battle with overwhelming obstacles. And that is a risky game. You don't want that. So on the third note, have you heard of Pomodoro technique? This is just working at intervals. Example, 25 minutes or an hour being consistently focused without any form of distractions and interruptions, followed by short breaks. This helps maintain concentration and productivity. Practice this often and you will come thank me later. On the fourth note, you have to eliminate distractions. Yeah, so even when you have emergencies of distraction, you are the only person that know how to control and handle it. Identify and minimize distraction. Like you have to clearly tell yourself, okay, this is distraction and this is not for me. In identifying distraction, you can do more actionable things like turning off notifications or going to a quiet, secluded place or a conducive workspace that can enhance whatever you're doing. I am sure you and me are guilty of this, aren't we? No, be honest, aren't we? Honestly, there are dream frames that are worthwhile. Do it now. Shut every distractions. Tomorrow is already too late. So it's now or never. On the fifth note, in overcoming procrastinations, you have to create a routine. Establish a daily and a weekly routine. This is one of the most difficult of all of them all. Most of us think we have a stable routine, but sometimes we prioritize irrelevant things over it. You can shut out anything and consistently for a month or to 6 months, depending on the kind of task you're working on, and you create a routine that you meet at all time. You'll be unstoppable. This is the only thing I've battled in my adulthood, having a routine that won't be disrupted for anything. But no matter how much I try, I've not even met up to creating a specific routine. But obviously, it's a challenge, and I'm aware of that. What I mean routine, a routine that you have consistently without changing anything for it. In creation of routine, this have to come with dedicated tasks that is only for your improvement and development. Consistency leads to perseverance. Consistency kills off procrastination and help reduce procrastination. The past truth, you may delay, but time will not. You may delay, but time won't. To be a better human, the question of determination is how far can you go for yourself? Like, there's nobody on this planet Earth that will abide by every rules and principle of success. How becoming successful is not possible. It's about how far can you come? How far are you willing to achieve this? How far do you put your mind to this? The 6 things you must consider is practice time management. You can use tools as calendars, planners, task management applications to organize and schedule and allocate time effectively. The good news is the sooner you start, the sooner you finish. So the sooner you begin, the sooner you get it done, the sooner you finish. On the 7th note, you must use visualization techniques. If you wait for the perfect condition, you can never get it done. Oftentimes, visualize yourself completing and achieving all these tasks, all these goals, all these things you want for yourself. Visualize completing tasks successfully and imagine the positive outcome of overcoming procrastination. On the 8th note, which is very important and powerful, reward yourself for every little win. Set up reward for completing tasks. It'll go a long way. It's always the little things that matters. Reward yourself for reaching even the tiniest milestone you set for yourself. This provides motivations and reinforces positive behaviors. It's all about the little wins and the holy gratitudes. On the 9th note, this key indicator when it comes to self-improvement and development and overcoming procrastinations and every negative things in your life, you have to consider an accountability partner. It's very important. Share your goal with someone else. probably someone that is close to you, a friend or a family. Hold each other accountable for this progress. Don't back out, don't back down. This can provide support and encouragement even when you're down, when you don't want to do, but you have to keep going because you have an accountability partner. That's how it works. And number 10, you have to consider and address underlying issues. Explore the rules that cause these procrastinations. Detect your fouls, such as fear of failure or perfectionism. I don't know what is yours. You can drop it under the comment section. Mine is perfectionism. It's really horrible because nobody is perfect. If you think you have done a perfect thing, just wait some moment, you'll be interrupted with someone more creative and innovative, because that's, the world is revolving and we're adapting to those changes. All we have to do is just work on overcoming all of this. And how do we do that? We overcome them through self-reflections and seeking professional help if need be. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, because fear is only as deep as the mind allows it. Have you heard of the fear of fears? So guys, if you resonate to even the teeniest or the slightest seconds in this video, please do well to subscribe and turn on your post notification. This is all you have to do to support me to create more content like this for people, because a lot of youths need to hear this. And do well to share to anyone you care for. You don't know who you are impacting. Someone might hear this and their life will really be impacted, and they will be encouraged to carry on with the thinness of all their progress so far. So feel free to share with anyone, because a lot of us are really battling with improving our self-development and self-improvement. And a lot of us, just like peers research, which I stated earlier, are chronic procrastinators. So we need something to encourage us to do better. In fact, share to anyone you love. They need to really hear this. One common findings in the study of procrastination is its prevalence among both students and adults. Stay in my next video and have an amazing year ahead of you. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notification and share to every of your loved one, because this channel is all about self-improvement and financial development. Bye. Catch you.